On September 11th, we mark 17 years since that fateful September morning that changed our lives forever. A child born that day would now be entering his senior year of high school. If they survived, the firefighters and police officers who rushed into those burning buildings are now mostly gray. The men and women who responded to the attacks by enlisting in the military are now contemplating retirement. Since then, our nation has been at constant war footing, to which you've devoted your skills, your craftsmanship, and your careers, to give those men and women the tools they need to avenge that harrowing day. Although nearly 2 decades have passed, our memories are still as vivid today as they were on September 12th. The beautiful blue sky behind the Twin Towers in the Pentagon, the commuters on their way to work, the surreal footage of an airliner being intentionally flown into a building, followed by a fireball, black smoke, and the collective shock of a nation. We'll never forget the sight of our fellow Americans being forced to make horrifying choices. A smoldering crater in the Pennsylvania field, or the wreckage beside the Pentagon. These were tragic scenes seared into our collective soul as a country. Yet the smoke and the wreckage of Flight 93 masked something that would soon come to light. For those who may have wondered if America still had the will to fight, if we'd become so complacent and comfortable in our prosperity that we no longer fight to the death to protect our freedom, there was a resounding answer. You could see it in the eyes of the first responders who ran into certain death to save their fellow Americans. You could hear it in the voices of the passengers of Flight 93 as they said their final goodbyes to the loved ones before wresting control of the cockpit from terrorists. And you can see it in the lines of recruits who volunteered to fight against those who tried to snuff out America's light in the world. It is my prayer today that we remember what it truly means to be the United States of America. That no matter our differences in politics or religion, we stand together for freedom, our liberty, and our country. Every day you prove the worthiness of this goal. Though we may come from different places, we come together here with one goal: to provide America's warfighter the tools they need to protect everything we hold dear. That's why we call ourselves a team, because it takes unity to protect our country. And America is an exceptional country. It continues to hold the promise of freedom for millions of people across the globe. Millions hold in their hearts the dream to one day be Americans so that they can slip the bonds of tyranny to become whatever their dreams and hard work can make of them. In the words of President Truman, a veteran who saw Americans' valor firsthand in World War I and as president in World War II, America was not built on fear. America was built on courage. So today, once again, let us grieve for those who perished, and with those who lost loved ones, let us carry on the fight not only against those who would see America perish, but to remain the United States of America.